In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make different columns for all groups on Monday.com. When you're working with Monday.com, it's really common to have very different types of work living in what feels like the same space. Maybe you've got a sales team tracking deals and a design team managing creative assets. At first, it can be tempting to try to keep all of that inside a single board and just separate things with groups. But when those groups need completely different types of columns, that's where things can get confusing and messy very quickly. The recommended way to handle this is to use multiple boards instead of trying to force everything into one. Think of each board as its own workspace, tailored specifically to the kind of data that team or process needs. Start by identifying your main categories. For example, you might have sales, design, marketing, and support. For each of these categories, create a dedicated board. On your sales board, you can add CRM-style columns, status columns for deal stages, number columns for deal value, people columns for owners, and date columns for close dates. This board is now focused purely on the sales pipeline. Then, for your design board, you can set it up in a completely different way. Maybe you rely heavily on file columns for design assets, long text columns for briefs and feedback, and timeline or date columns to track deadlines. Because this is a separate board, you're not limited by the column structure of sales. Each team or workflow gets exactly what it needs. The big advantage here is clarity. Each board stays clean and relevant to the people who use it, and you avoid overloading a single board with columns that only apply to some groups and confuse others. It also makes permissions and collaboration easier, since you can invite the right people to the specific boards they actually work in. Now, you might be wondering how to keep an overview if everything is split across boards. That's where dashboards come in. Create a dashboard and connect all of your boards to it. From there, you can add widgets to pull in high-level information, charts showing progress, numbers summarizing totals, tables showing key items, or calendars that combine dates from multiple boards. This way, you still get a single place to monitor everything, while keeping each board optimized for its own group. By using multiple boards and a shared dashboard, you get flexibility, clarity, and a much more scalable setup for different column needs across all your groups.